to the Love Revolution first talk show. Today we will be talking about love and relationships. Specifically, we will be talking about black love today. So stay tuned. We'll have a lot of fun talking about fun, lighthearted topics as well as deep, thought-provoking topics. We'll be right back in a few. Holistic care for the mind, body, and spirit. Free Spirit Enterprises, LLC is a parent company for Organic Creations, Jewelry by Design, Miller Publishing, and Consultation Services. Organic Creations offers you the best in natural, homemade skin and hair care products. Jewelry by Design allows you, the customer, to design your own jewelry as it is custom made just for you. Thinking of self-publishing a book or novel? Check out Miller Publishing and Consultation Services. Free Spirit Enterprises is where holistic care meets mind, body, and spirit. Visit us at freespiritenterprisesco.biz. That's FRESPIRIENTERPRISESCO.biz. Or you can call 804-252-6562. Like us on Facebook under Free Spirit Enterprises, LLC. Welcome back. I want to start off our show by introducing my Love Revolution participants and guests of this show. I'm going to start with Marcus J. to my left. He is the co-administrator of the Love Revolution, and he also is the CEO and radio host of Legacy Internet Radio. Ain't no half-stepping with Marcus J. To his immediate left is Toyarna, who is the hostess of the Love Forum group. She's also the associate director of Bryant and Stratton College. To my right is Dionne, who is a very dedicated member of the Love Revolution, and she enjoys talking about dating and relationships. And to my far right is Broderick, who is an advertising exec and entrepreneur of Paradox Media. So let's just jump right in and have some fun. Our first topic I want to discuss is not so much a topic, but it's something fun, a little game I want to play. You guys game for a game?
Absolutely.
Okay. I want to start off by playing hot or not, and let me explain the rules to this game. In hot or not, I'm going to say an adjective or a statement, okay? You can't ask any questions what it means. You can't ask for clarification. You just say hot or not. Okay? Let's get started. Marcus, muscle tone.
Hot.
Toyarna?
Not.
Dionne?
Hot.
Broderick?
Hot.
Okay, so not. Toyarna?
Not.
Would you like to expand on it?
No.
Okay, would someone like to expand on why it's hot? So muscle tone.
I mean, you know, it's aesthetically pleasing to the eye to see it.
You're shaking your head, Toyarna.
Muscle tone, I think it could be just too much.
Yeah, but so can not having muscle tone could be too much. You know, so everything is fine in moderation. So
Agreed.
you don't want too much
That's true. But
or too little.
yeah. But
Yeah.
too much is too much
As
for me.
As usual, we disagree.
Of course.
Usually is a revolution.
As usual, we disagree.
Okay, natural. Marcus J.
Blazing hot. Hot.
Blazing hot.
Hot, hot, hot.
Toyarna.
Hot.
Dionne.
Hot.
Right.
Hot.
So we all agree that being natural, however you perceive that, is very, very hot.
Definitely.
Hairy. Same order.
Say it again.
Marcus.
No, I didn't hear the question.
Hairy.
Hairy? Nah.
Nope. Not.
Nobody likes hair here. Okay, all right. Independent.
Hot.
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 Maybe.
Maybe. There's no maybe in this. There's no maybe.
Independent. Hot.
Hot, okay. For the most part, we agree. Independent is hot. Flashy.
9.
Hot.
Not.
No.
Okay, I'm gonna start with my hot.
Flashy. I like swag. It's style. It's fashion. It's your personality. It makes you an individual. It can make you unique. And everybody that does know me, I'm a trendsetter. So I like flash. I like it.
Okay. Any knots you want to explain? Don't all speak at once.
Yeah, I don't like flash. I don't like for someone's extra to be what's drawing attention to them. I much prefer your natural aura, your energy to be why I'm attracted. So all the extra hair and all the extra fancy clothes and all that kind of stuff, not cool to me. I don't care for it.
Okay. Dionne, you have a perspective. You said not. Flash.
I think flash just brings too much attention to you that's external as opposed to who you really are, as Marcus was saying. So, not.
Okay. Broderick? Why not?
My preference has always been simple but elegant. So.
Simple
we'll
but
always go
elegant.
with that.
Okay. And I would agree. I like it simple, elegant. I definitely believe in being unique and different. All right. Short hair.
Hot.
Hot.
I know she was going to say hot.
Hot.
Okay. Short hair is hot. Suit and tie or dress attire. Hot or not?
Hot.
Oh my God, I have it. Hot.
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 Okay. Freaky.
Hot, hot, hot.
What's that one?
Okay. Freaky.
Hot.
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 Okay. All right. So everybody kind of agreed on the freaky
You nasty.
stuff. Y'all just nasty.
Nasty.
And on that note, we're going to take a break and be right back after these messages. We're going to do another segment that was similar to the hot or not segment. This one is called Yay or Nay. And this is a little bit more involved than the first one, so you guys get ready for those answers. Controversy on the first date. Marcus?
Controversy, and we can't ask.
We can't ask any questions.
We can't ask any questions. Nay.
Toyarna?
Yay.
Yeah.
Nay.
Broderick?
Nay.
Okay. Why do we say nay, guys?
Because nobody want no drama. That's what that is. Controversy breeds drama. I suppose it depends on what the cause of the controversy is, but
Let's say it's religion.
yeah,
Can
we
we
should.
talk about that on the first date?
I think
Actually,
we
yeah.
should talk.
Yeah, we can talk about that. I mean, I guess I don't want to contradict what I said, but ultimately, if we're going to have a second date, then I need to know certain things, but that doesn't necessarily mean that you want to have a controversy.
Right.
So if I'm only solely going off of that word, I'd say nay, but if we're going to talk about religion and I like you, I need to know where you stand on it so that I can decide if I'm going to have a second date with you.
What do you guys think, Dionne?
I think when it comes to controversy, it may progress in future dates, but certainly not on the first date. The first date, I just want to have a good time, get to know you a little bit better, and hopefully want to see you the next time. And I don't think controversy will help if on the first date for me to want to see you again. So no.
Okay, Broderick, what do you think?
Yeah, I don't want to fight on the 5th date or the 50th date, so certainly not the first one.
Right.
That's just the indicator to me that, we're going to be at each other's throats starting day one.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you for coming out. God bless you and good night.
Right. Okay. And I would say I agree there shouldn't be any controversy. And I would probably dare to say I wouldn't get quite into religion on the very first date. Maybe if that person was someone I was really interested in and wanted to see again, then I would go. But if we're just getting to know each other, interests and stuff like that, why get that deep?
Also, some people wear their religion on their sleeve, and it's
Right.
very obvious. It's a part of their outward personality. And so in that case, it might be something that comes up, especially if your practices are different than what their practices are. I think you can tactfully figure out a way to interject that into the conversation and maybe see if there's any compatibility for there even to be that 5th or 50th date that Broderick spoke of a few minutes ago.
Okay. That's interesting take. Anyone else have something else to add? Okay. The next one. Dating an ex. Marcus?
What did you say?
Dating an ex.
An ex.
And
An
then
ex. Boyfriend or girlfriend?
I say yeah. I would do that.
Dating an ex. Let me see.
Yeah or nay?
Nay for anyone. Never.
Nay.
Not at all.
Yours was nay too, right?
I said yeah.
You said yay. Why did you say yay?
Well, it depends on the reason why they're an ex. I didn't answer that question with any specific exes in my mind. I said that as a more of a general, and judging by the way Toyarna said it, she specifically said, no, I couldn't date those, so that's more specific. With me, it's more general, because a lot of it has to do with why they're exes. It could have been a situation of timing. It doesn't necessarily mean it was a bad breakup. It could have been timing. And if the timing was wrong then, and it could potentially be right now, I wouldn't want to block my blessing by being so definitively on the side of nay.
Okay. You guys, why'd you say nay?
I said nay simply because I'm very selective in who I date in the first place. So if the relationship ends, it's pretty concrete that we were incompatible, and it's less likely that we would ever become compatible. So it couldn't possibly happen.
Roger, you have something you want to add?
I just don't backtrack. And for the most part, when I'm in a relationship, I'm going to give it all I got. And, it's not going to be over until it is over. That means we have literally tried everything and exhausted every possibility. So when I do say I'm gone, and there's just not even coming back to that. Yeah.
Okay. Toyarna?
Nay, because dating means dating, and I take dating very serious. So if you're my ex, it's gonna take more than a couple of encounters for me to say I'm comfortable enough to consider to be dating you. Dating to me is a form of establishing a relationship again. But if it's a mutual lunch or a get together, that's something different. But for you to really want to say I'm dating you and we're going back to a monogamous relationship and you cheated the first time, it's not going to be very easy for me to say, okay, let's try it again. So, nay. Sorry.
I would agree with the naysayers. I think that backtracking, going backwards, I agree with you totally, Broderick was saying. That's going backwards. It was a reason why it didn't work out. And unless it was something, like you said, Marcus, where it just wasn't the right time, or maybe somebody relocated or something like that, I would say don't backtrack. That's basically how I feel. Okay, what about dating your friend's ex?
That's a big name. That's the biggest name I would give you.
What if you get their blessing?
Nay.
Can I say what I usually say on air? What the hell?
No.
No.
Yeah.
Yay.
Yay. Okay. Brian?
No.
Why you say yay?
Sometimes people aren't compatible, and that may not necessarily mean that they're not compatible with me. So unless it was something that would cause a rift between my relationship with my friend, and if I had their blessing, yeah, I would definitely pursue it if I felt that it could possibly become something. So yeah.
Okay, that's an interesting take. Robert?
I think that's guy code. I mean, we just don't do that. It's an unspoken rule. So,
Even with the blessing of the guy.
They wouldn't be
typically you don't get blessings. I know I'm not blessed. I'm not doing so. You know, I mean, it's really not much more complex than that. It's just for men, we just don't do that.
Nah.
We have a girl
Yeah,
code too.
it's a girl code. I'm gonna say, you know, I don't know what the guys do or talk behind the scenes, but I do know that sometimes we women, we do kind of put a lot of personal, intimate details in our relationship about our boyfriends or whoever we were partners with. And I'll be darned if, you know, a friend of mine is going to rehash some of the intimate things I had with my ex. I don't really want to know. And I wouldn't feel comfortable if they were dating. So, Dionne, you're my girl, but you won't get my blessing.
Yeah.
I just want to add this disclaimer. I'm not talking about somebody's recent ex. I'm talking perhaps your high school ex. And I wouldn't think that there would be any objection to something like that.
Yeah. This is the rare time that Toyarna and I are going to.
Rare
Time that we're going to 100% agree, largely because of the logic that you use. And I'll flip it. A lot of times men get, I don't want to say credit, but we're not viewed as being emotional. Whereas I think in some instances, men are even more emotional than women. We just express it differently. And the way we are with our women, particularly the ones that we're really, really emotionally involved in, the thought of any other guy being with her is difficult. But when you think of your boy who, you know, you was kicking it with him and you was telling him stuff about how you and her got down, and next thing you know, you find out that he's with her, you get punched in the face for that.
Right.
Yeah.
It can definitely
It's
cause
awkward.
a rift between the friendship.
We are.
Yeah, I agree.
You get punched in the face for that.
You get punched in the face for that.
Yeah.
All right, my next one. Parents' blessing before marriage. Marcus?
Nay.
Yay!
Yes.
Yes.
I would be a yay also. Okay, dissension.
Yeah, I mean, the truth of the matter is, I'm not marrying them, I'm marrying her. So, I'd like to have it, but it's not a deal breaker for me. You know, so if her parents don't like me, that's cool. We just don't go to the house on Sundays for dinner. We'll go somewhere else. You know what I mean? And I don't mean to sound cold-blooded and crass about it, but that's just how I feel. Because the truth is, if people decided to not get married because they didn't get the blessing, there'd be a lot less people married. Because people don't always get along. They don't always like who you bring home. And so I wouldn't wait for it. It's nice to have, but I wouldn't wait for it.
I'm a daddy's girl, so anybody who knows, I'm a daddy's girl, and I'm also a mommy's girl, and I have never been married, and I think that that's something, as long as my parents are alive and they're watching the relationship grow, if it's a relationship that they're involved in, I would want them to kind of seal the deal. But actually, ultimately, it is me and my fiance's decision, but I think that it will make a balanced relationship, hopefully, if both parents or whoever is involved in the family does acknowledge that.
I think that nobody knows us better than our parents, and if our parents don't give that blessing, then I think that we are overlooking just how important they are to us and how protective they are, with their children. I also think that if there is some type of dissension as far as your parents not giving their blessing, it's going to carry over into the relationship, whether it be how they feel about you bringing this person over during holidays or the children that you may have in this relationship. So I think it's very important that there be a blessing from your parents on whoever you become in a long-term relationship with.
Can I throw out a follow-up question?
Sure.
What if the parents are the crazy ones? You know what I mean? Like, we all have that we don't all have, but we all have seen that overbearing parent who is controlling and out of control and all those kinds of things. And so if we're going to speak generally, then we have to consider those parents. Are we going to block our blessing of, because we're the same one in my analogy here, we're going to block the blessing that we may have with the person that we spend the rest of our life with because our crazy controlling mama ain't liking them? I mean, that's why I said nay, because I would like to have it, but it's not a deal breaker for me.
Well, if I could just, play around in the fantasy world,
Sure.
because
doing.
my junk television has been Atlanta Housewives, so I'm going to use Candy Burgess' situation in her character, or whatever, if it's real or not. But her mother is really rooted and involved in a relationship with her fiance, to where Candy's mom will cuss out people, call people, just throw tantrums. And I know that's just Atlanta Housewives, but I would say, just using her character as an example to help me answer your question, she lets her mother get involved, and she does not correct her mother. She does not help out the resolution. She's kind of like the messenger. She puts her mother and her fiance in the middle. So if I was her, I would say, Mom, I love you, but you've gone too far, and then I would proceed. But I understand what you're saying, because you have a domineering. Yes,
that woman is the example of why I don't need it.
Understood. I agree with you on that one. So I would say on that end, after all I guess she was trying to get together with the family and all that stuff, I think after 1 or 2 tries, if it doesn't work, I'm not going to want to lose my husband to be over my mom.
But I think that situation is an anomaly. It doesn't really happen that often generally in homes. Generally, our parents care about us and they want the very best for us. They don't want to keep us all to themselves. They do want us to meet somebody, procreate, and live happily ever after. So their motive and their goal is for their children to be in successful long-term relationships. So if they don't give their blessing, there's a reason, and I think that would be a red flag for them.
But can I just, flip the strip, because we can actually pull another threader with that. Her character's mom evidently is a single parent. And I'm not pushing anything about single parents at all, because there's some wonderful single mothers and fathers. But it looks like her mom's loneliness, or her mom not being in a relationship or married herself, or whatever the case may be, is a dominant factor why she is so involved in this relationship with her daughter. So again, I would say if that is a type of relationship, she needs to be, or he needs to be, the person go, Mom, I love you, but you are taking a little bit too far, and not let all the instigations and the rumor mill and all that happens, because unfortunately, it looks like Candy may lose her fiance. If you watch Atlanta Housewives like I do, he even told her he's getting ready to juice out. So work it out, Candy.
I hope she's watching.
Okay, I'm going to take this opportunity to take a brief break. We're going to continue with the yay or nay segment when we come back, so don't go anywhere.